Hey Wildcats, sure did miss you for that week of spring break that we were gone. Hope y'all are having a great day. Today is March 30th, and we heard about an asteroid flying near the Earth yesterday, and so we thought we should really do something about space tonight. And so Miles is here with me, my other child. I've got three, and Miles really loves space. Like, it is his favorite thing, and he has loved space for as long as he has been able to talk and walk and talk about space and planets and things like that. So he's going to help me out tonight and read and talk about some fun facts. So y'all sit back and let's talk about this. Oh yeah, it is Wind Down Wildcats time.
Space edition.
Space edition. All right. So this book is called Space for Kids Who Really Love Space. And it was written by Sarah Powell, and the publishers are Pretty Books. Big ideas for little people. And we're not going to read the whole book because it is very long, but I am going to read the parts about the planets. And we're going to start with the whole solar system. So I'm going to show you the pictures. They're very big and bright and nice. And I thought this book would be great so that you could see all the planets in the pictures. And I'll talk to y'all about the solar system. So, the solar system is where we call home. It's in the middle, the sun is in the middle of the solar system, and everything else orbits around it. There are a total of 8 planets, according to this book, and different books say different things because they were written at different times. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Some with their own moons, as well as 5 dwarf planets, including Pluto. The Earth is the 3rd planet closest to the sun, with Neptune being the farthest. Mercury is the closest to the sun. The asteroid belt is between Mars and Jupiter. Earth is the Goldilocks planet, where perfect conditions for life are. Venus is the hottest planet. Mars has a volcano bigger than Mount Everest. And Jupiter is the biggest planet. Saturn has rings of ice. I'll show you these pictures. Uranus has 27 moons, and Neptune has winds of 1,200 miles per hour. And Miles, tell us about that fact right there.
Until very recently, there were 9 planets in our solar system. But in 2006, scientists took away Pluto's planet status. It is now a minor planet and a dwarf planet.
Poor Pluto. Now we have a little Pluto here. Do you want to talk about Pluto? I'll let Miles talk about Pluto for a second. Miles has all the planets in this form of stuffed animal planets. So tell him about Pluto, Miles.
Pluto was found in 1913.
It was.
And
they thought he was a big planet like everybody else. Right?
Yeah. And then they realized he was small.
And so they called him a what kind of planet?
And then they said, if we find any more planets that are small but bigger than Pluto, then they would demote Pluto
Yeah, so
and the other planets.
Yeah. And then who was this guy?
Well,
okay.
And then in 2006, they found Eris, which was bigger than Pluto.
Okay. And so then that made them demote Pluto.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now he's a dwarf planet.
Okay.
And then this is his moon, Charon.
Did you know Pluto had a moon? And the moon.
It's basically like half the size of Pluto.
And it orbits around Pluto?
And we have a little magnet that
Figure it out.
snaps them together.
Oh, look at that. Pluto and his moon. What's her name? The moon?
Charon.
The moon Charon. Anyway, they're friends. Okay, so let's talk about Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Smaller than some moons in the solar system, Mercury is the planet closest to the sun. I said that. It looks like similar to the surface of the moon, and it's covered in craters made with huge asteroids hit it, crashed into the surface, and Mercury is so dense it has a large core made of pure molten iron. That's Mercury. Do you want to tell the fact about Mercury?
Order from the sun first. Size smallest, Number of moons, 0. Type, terrestrial planet.
All right. Venus, it was once thought that Venus was similar to Earth and that life might even exist there. But we were very wrong. In fact, it's the most unfriendly planet in the solar system. Its surface temperature is so hot it could melt lead. Its air is mainly composed of carbon dioxide, and there are layers of poisonous sulfuric acid clouds in its atmosphere. You read the correct. Okay, I will. Do the facts.
Order from the sun, 2nd. Size, nearly the same size as Earth. Number of moons, 0. Type, terrestrial planet.
All right, there's Mercury and Venus. All right, who's next?
Earth.
Earth is next. Earth is the planet where we live. It's the only known planet in our solar system with life. We call Earth the blue planet because of the oceans that cover most of the surface. The Earth takes 24 hours to rotate on its axis, giving us a day and night, 365 days to orbit the sun, giving us changes in the seasons. And the moon orbits the Earth, and the ozone layer protects us from the sun's harmful rays. What's the key facts about the Earth?
Order from the sun, 3rd. Size, 5th largest. Number of moons, 1. Type, terrestrial planet.
All right. And then Mars is known as the red planet. It's the planet that is most like Earth, although it's further from the sun, so it's very cold. Scientists have discovered ice beneath its surface. This may mean that life once existed there. One day, we hope humans will set foot on it. There's Mars.
Key facts. Order from the sun, 4th. Size, half Earth size. Number of moons, 2. Type, terrestrial planet. On November 13th, 1971, Mainiero 9 became the first space probe to maintain orbit around another planet, and this was Mars. Exciting pictures and data were beamed back down to Earth.
Cool. And Mars' red shade is made by the iron on the planet's surface. Cool. Fun facts about Mars. Jupiter is next, and Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. It's so big that it is 2.5 times the size of all of the other planets combined. It's made mainly from gas, and it's known as one of the 4 gas giants, along with Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Here's Jupiter's 4 largest moons.
Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto.
Yeah. And you want to tell the fun facts about Jupiter?
Order from the sun, 5th. Size, 1,300 Earths. Number of moons, 64. Type, gas giant.
Is that the correct number of moons, Miles?
No,
How many moons does Jupiter have now?
74.
How do you know that?
I know it.
So you think things have changed maybe since they wrote this book?
Yeah, they probably found more moons.
Oh, because scientists are always finding out new things. And so Jupiter has 10 more moons than it had in 2011 when this book was written. So Saturn is next. Saturn is the 2nd largest planet in the solar system. It has 9 beautiful rings that can be seen with a telescope. Its rings are made up of ice, rock, and dust. Saturn spins very fast on its axis. A day on Saturn only lasts 10 hours. All right, some ring particles are dust sized, while some are as big as mountains. They are made from comets, asteroids, or shattered moons.
Order from the sun. Key facts. Order from the sun, 6th. Size, 764 Earths. Number of moons, 62. Type, gas giant.
Another gas giant. All right. Now, Uranus is a pretty blue one. We have a Uranus. Here's our Uranus. We have all the planets. They're really fun colors. Uranus is so far away that if you were traveling there from the sun and you made it to Saturn, you'd be halfway there. It is very cold, with temperatures reaching as low as negative 371 degrees Fahrenheit. Above its cloud layer, little is known about this distant blue planet, and what lies beneath its clouds remains a mystery. Uranus is the only planet that rotates on its side, so it's really sideways. And the bright blue color comes from methane gas. What are the key facts about Uranus?
Or from the sun, 7th. Size 60 Earths. Number of moons, 27. Type gas giant. This is Titania, its biggest moon. It is 980 miles across.
Cool. That's fine. Okay, let me show you Titania. That's the big moon. Which moon is the biggest? Which planet has the biggest moon?
Yeah.
Okay, which planet has the biggest moon?
Jupiter.
Jupiter has the biggest moon. What is Jupiter's biggest moon?
Ganymede.
And it's bigger than any moons in the solar system?
Mm-hmm.
Is it bigger than Earth's moon?
Yes.
Huh?
It's also bigger than Mercury.
Cool. The moon is bigger than Mercury?
Yeah.
Wow. That is cool. All right, Neptune is next. And Neptune is also a pretty blue color. It's kind of purple. The furthest planet out from the sun, Neptune is cold, icy giant. It's a very bright blue due to methane gas again, with a water layer that leads down to a solid core the size of Earth. It takes 165 years to orbit the sun, meaning that its winter lasts for 40 years. There's a great dark spot. What's the great dark spot on this planet, on Neptune?
It's a big storm.
It's a big storm.
Also, that's another sign that it's outdated, because that storm has stopped.
The storm is not there anymore. Is the storm on Jupiter still there?
Yes.
Okay. And so Voyager 2 is the only and first spacecraft to pass this distant planet. Its orbit of the sun takes so long that it has only been around the sun once since its discovery in 1846. Whoa, that's crazy. You didn't read the key facts. Read the key facts.
Order from the sun, 8th. Size 57 Earths. Number of moons, 13. Type gas giant.
Okay. And say anything else about Neptune?
Nope.
Nope. All right, and the stars. People who watch the skies are called astronomers. They use telescopes to study the sky and look at the planets, stars, and galaxies, and cosmic events like supernovas. People have been looking at the stars for thousands of years. It's impossible to imagine just how many stars there are in our universe. And, key facts about the stars.
Closest star, the sun. Number, too many to say. The Milky Way galaxy alone has 200 to 400 billion stars. Color can range from red to white to blue. Color increases heat, with red being the coolest.
Cool. All right, the sun is the star at the middle of our solar system that gives us heat and light for life on Earth. It's a giant burning ball of hydrogen and helium gas with a surface temperature of 9,932 degrees Fahrenheit. That is hot. The sun is so big that its diameter is 100 times that of Earth's. And there's sudden huge explosions of energy that are called solar flares on the sun. Red areas of the sun are the coolest, and the energy from the sun is called the solar wind. And the haze is called the corona. How interesting. All right, you want to read the key facts?
Key facts. Core temperature, around 75,000 times hotter than an oven. Size, 1.3 million Earths. Age, 4.5 billion years old. Gravity, 28 times that of Earth's.
That's a lot of gravity. I think there's one more we're going to do. We're going to skip that one and we're going to do the moon. All right, the moon is the last thing we're going to talk about. The moon is a dry, dusty place with no air. It's covered in hollows called craters made by huge meteoroids crashing into its surface, which still happens today. Ocean tides on Earth are caused by the moon's gravitational force. The moon is the only place in space where humans have landed. The moon takes 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes, 11.6 seconds to orbit the Earth. And the moon's surface is covered with impact craters. Lunar modules carried a crew of 2 from lunar orbit to the moon's surface and back. This is the lunar module. All right, you want to read that part?
In 1969, Neil Armstrong, an American astronaut, became the first man to walk on the moon. His footprints from 1969 can still be seen on the surface of the moon, on the moon's surface today.
And the moon's an incredible 4.5 billion years old. Why are why is that still there, the footprint?
Because there's no wind and nothing to blow away. Well, there's something to blow away, but there's nothing
to make it blow away.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so there's no wind, so the footprint is there forever. Cool. Do you want to say anything else about space?
Well,
What's your favorite thing about space and the planets?
I don't know.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about space and the planets, kiddos? Y'all let me know in your comments. So glad to see y'all tonight. Y'all remember, make it a great day or not.
The choice is yours.
Make it a great break or not.
The choice is yours.
All right. Good night, everybody.